Hello. Good morning. This is lesson one of our medical terminology course. And the first thing I want to do is to talk about homework because you have asked me questions in your feedback area. And so I want to go on. I want to start with this textbook. Basically, our lesson one will be just an explanation on how you need to study, because I want you to dive into study today and see how things go. My videos will mostly be corrections of your homework, things that I see are creating problems, and so the real videos will start from tomorrow, because first I need to see you how you are doing and how you are dealing with the textbook. The textbook is really self-explanatory. There is very little I need to add to what you will read in each chapter, but I sort of need to be your guide while you are working through the exercises of the textbook. Mm, you so with chapter one, actually you will start today by reading the introduction, which will give you a brief history of the English language and explain why so much of scientific and medical terminology comes from the ancient Greek and Roman word, and therefore from the Greek and Latin languages, which is the reason why classicists like myself are teaching these courses in terminology rather than doctors, okay? I have a PhD in classics and I am the director of the classics program at Hofstra. And my specialization is in Latin literature, but I teach regularly both Greek and Latin classes at Hofstra. I love the language, and I would love for you all, obviously, to take Latin and Greek, but you do not need to know the languages in advance to study the Greek and Latin roots that will help you better understand the terminology that you will use in any kind of medical related study or professions during your life, or also any kind really of scientific terminology, not only medical, in fact. After you have read the introduction, you will really dive into chapter 1. Chapter 1 is dedicated to Greek nouns and adjectives and will really start giving the structure, teaching you the structure of medical terms. So, how are medical terms formed in English? And what you have basically is a central part of the word that comes from, in this case, in this chapter, from a Greek term, to which prefixes and suffixes are attached, and sometimes also a combinating vowel to create an English word. You will need to memorize what is the value of each prefix, what is the value of each suffix, and obviously the vocabulary of the various words, Greek words that signify either particular parts of the bodies or particular kind of organ of the body, or even a condition of the body, and you will put it together with these prefixes and suffixes, sort of like a Lego combination, to create always new words. And in fact, one of the kind of exercises that you will do will be actually formatting words. But let me close this video, this introductory video of lesson 1, and open a new one to really go over with you what are these prefixes, roots, and suffixes, and see how you can combine them together so that you can then start studying, okay?